a single bit of the drama taking place in my office. Samantha Wheeler here. Allow me now to create the scene. Living in the heart of Norfolk, I, a 35-year-old marketing executive, am either busiest or most contented in my life. Pitch meetings, late evenings in the workplace, and far too much coffee abound throughout my days. Looking at the clock, my colleague Abigail notes, "Samantha, you're going to burn out if you keep this up." She sees me wrap up another presentation for a major customer. I wave my shrug. I'm not sure how to help. I'm nuts over the Hendrick account. Abigail lets forth a small smile. "Speaking of crazy, where's that trail mix you always keep in your drawer?" I stop to notice once more how strangely empty my snack drawer is. I wrinkle. Gone. I swear, Abigail, I'm not going crazy. Someone has been pilfering my munchies. Laughing is Abigail. She says, "Bet you $5 it's Austin," indicating at the cubicle next to me. Ah, Austin Swift, the charmer for the office. He's the man with the perfect smile that would most likely sell an Eskimo ice. Too unfortunate that smile covers his actual self. "Did you really see him close by my desk?" I ask, narrowing my eyes. "Not precisely, but come on. Whether they're ideas, work, or allegedly their food, he is continually mooching off people. Why not your treats as well?" Clearly delighted by the idea, Abigail leans back. I groan and massage my temples. I cannot merely accuse him without evidence. HR would be having a field day. "Then get proof," Abigail says, mischief lighting her gaze. My phone buzzes just before I can answer. "Gloria, my sister, here is." "Samantha, disaster. The florist recently canceled." Gloria's terrified voice comes across the phone. I cough. "Weddings, just what I needed on top of all else." Gloria inhaled deeply. "We'll work it out." I try to cool her down. I slop back in my chair after hanging up. My to-do list got much larger. Austin suddenly walks over with that same smug smile all over. He says, "Ladies, working hard or hardly working?" Try against the want to roll my eyes. "What then do you need, Austin?" "Just wondering if you have estimates for the Morton account. Team meeting scheduled for 10 minutes. My blood stalks. Those were my estimates. He obviously put off doing his share of the task. Still, I cool it under pressure. "Definitely, Austin, sure. Gritted teeth allow me to say, I'll email them over." Abigail murmurs, "See?" Leaning very close as he leaves. Total freeloader. I let out another sigh. Office life is always something, right? There is never a boring moment, from wedding mayhem to snack thieves to colleagues like Austin. I nod, a concept developing inside me. The remainder of the day goes in a haze of meetings, last-minute chores, and firefighting. Austin is loitering at my desk, his eyes darting toward my drawer by the time I'm packed to go. "Night, Samantha. Don't work too hard," he advises, all innocence, flashing me his trademark smile. I fake a courteous grin. "Night, Austin." I turn to Abigail right away after he leaves. Okay, Operation Snack Thief is formally on. The face of Abigail comes alive. Finally, let us accomplish this. We begin to set the trap. As we work, I get both exhilaration and anxiety. This was about principle, not only about spotting a snack theft. I understood this marked the beginning of a workplace conflict that would fundamentally alter things. I arrive at the office the following morning prepared with ideas. Tucked inside my lunch bag is a bogus lottery ticket, my covert weapon. Austin would be drawn in if he indeed was the snack thief. "Morning, Samantha." As I pass her desk, Abigail says, "You're looking quite happy today," eyebrow raised. I wink, stroke my bag. "Oh, just feeling lucky." I get seated at my desk and double-check that my pen for the concealed camera is exactly positioned. The setting was ready. Austin moves quickly not too long ago. With coffee in hand, he walks over, his customary confident smile all over his face. "Hey, Samantha, got any of those amazing baked cookies today?" I grin in line. "I'm sorry, Austin. Not today, but I have a quite fantastic lunch booked." Though I sense a spark in his eye, he seems somewhat let down. Hook, line, and sinker. As the morning drags on, I keep one eye on my bag and the other on my work. Any moment now. Suddenly, my phone buzzes. It's Amber, my boss. "Samantha, can you come to my office now?" My heart skips a beat. What could this be about? I take a deep breath and head over. Amber sits behind her desk, her usual stern expression in place. This was serious. "Close the door, Samantha," she says. I sit down, palms sweating. "What's going on, Amber?" "We're looking at promoting someone to lead the new digital marketing division," she begins. "Your name is on the list." I almost choke. Seriously, that's wow. Amber holds up a hand. "Don't celebrate just yet. Austin is also being considered." Of course he is. I bite my tongue to stop a groan from escaping. "The decision will be based on your performance over the next few weeks. Keep this between us," Amber says firmly. I nod, my mind racing. Great, now I had to catch a snack thief and outperform Austin for a promotion. "Got it," I replied, determined to tackle it all. The game was officially on. Walking back to my desk, I spot Austin lingering nearby, pretending to look busy. It's time to set my plan in motion. Grabbing my phone, I put on my best urgent call act. "Hello." "Yes, this is Samantha Wheeler." "Oh no, really?" "Okay, I'll be right there." I rush out of the office, leaving my lunch bag in plain sight on my desk. From a corner of the hallway, I watch Austin glance around nervously. He casually strolls over to my desk, acting like he's just passing by. Then he starts rummaging through my bag. My heart pounds as I hold my breath. Suddenly, his eyes widen. Bingo! He's found the fake lottery ticket. Trying to be discreet, he pockets it quickly and walks away, looking around to make sure no one saw him. I smile to myself. The bait worked perfectly. I return to my desk, pretending nothing happened. Abigail catches my eye and leans over, whispering, "Did it work?" I nod, grinning. Like a charm. The rest of the day, I keep a close eye on Austin. He's acting jittery, constantly checking his phone. During our afternoon team meeting, his distracted behavior is impossible to miss. Earth to Austin, Geraldo, our colleague, jokes, "What's up? You win the lottery or something?" Austin laughs nervously, his face turning red. "What? No, just, thinking about a big account." "Yeah, right, I think," hiding a smirk behind my notebook. He's not fooling anyone. Well, not me at least. As the day wears on, office gossip starts to swirl. Marilyn from accounting rushes over to my desk, looking panicked. "Did you hear?" she whispers. "They're saying Wheeler's account is pulling out. There might be layoffs." My stomach sinks. Wheeler's account is one of our biggest clients. If the rumors are true, the stakes for this promotion just got a lot higher. "Are you sure?" I ask, trying to keep calm. "That's a massive account." Marilyn nods grimly. Straight from finance, things are about to get messy. As I finish up my work and pack my things, Austin approaches. He's practically buzzing with excitement, trying to act casual, but failing miserably. "Hey, Samantha," he says with a grin. "Crazy day, huh? Listen, I was thinking maybe we could grab a drink sometime. You know, talk about the future. Big plans and all." I resist the urge to roll my eyes. "Thanks, Austin, but I'm swamped with this new project. Maybe another time." He nods eagerly, his grin widening. Sure. No rush. We've got all the time in the world, right?" I smile politely, but my thoughts are elsewhere. If only you knew, Austin, I think as I head out, things are about to get very interesting. I feel a mix of satisfaction and nervousness. The trap was set, but now the stakes were much higher. Between the promotion and the rumors about layoffs, everything feels like it's hanging by a thread. Over the next few days, Austin starts acting like he's already hit the jackpot. Well, in his mind he has. He struts around the office with a new kind of confidence, whispering to anyone who will listen. "Samantha," Abigail hisses from her desk one afternoon. "What's Austin telling Geraldo over there?" I lean in, trying to catch what he's saying. His voice carries just enough for me to hear him say, "Just waiting for the funds to clear. Then I'm out of here." I couldn't believe my ears. "Unbelievable," I mutter to Abigail. "He's planning vacations while the rest of us are worrying about losing our jobs." Speaking of which, Abigail adds, "Have you noticed how empty his desk has been? He's barely been around." That gives me an idea. I quickly type up an anonymous email to HR detailing Austin's frequent absences. I didn't want to come off as vindictive. It was just time for someone to take notice of his behavior. Later that day, we all gather for an important presentation to save the Wheeler account. One of our biggest clients. The tension in the room is thick. Austin swaggers in late, looking disheveled and completely unprepared. "All right, Austin," Amber says, raising an eyebrow. "Show us what you've got." Austin shuffles his notes and starts fumbling through his words. "Ah, yes, the Wheeler account. So, we're going to increase engagement by..." His voice trails off as he stares blankly at his papers. The clients exchange worried glances. I know I have to step in. "Perhaps we should take a short break," I say smoothly. "I have some additional materials that might interest everyone." As the group leaves the room, I grab Austin's arm. "What the hell, Austin? This is our biggest account. Are you even trying?" He shrugs me off, smirking. "Relax, Samantha. None of this matters anymore. I've got bigger fish to fry." I'm fuming, but there's no time to argue. When we reconvene, I take charge of the presentation. I give it everything I have: clear slides, strong data, and a compelling vision for the account's future. By the end, the clients are nodding enthusiastically, and Amber's expression softens into approval. "Excellent work, Samantha," she says. Then she turns to Austin. "Austin, a word in my office, please." As they leave, Geraldo approaches me, looking embarrassed. "Hey, Samantha, this is kind of awkward, but could I borrow $1,800? Austin promised to pay me back double once his big windfall comes through." I stare at him, speechless for a moment. Austin's lies are spreading fast, but now the truth is unraveling even faster. This was far from over. I stare at Geraldo, completely stunned. "Wait, how much did you give him?" He shifts uncomfortably, avoiding my eyes. "About $2,000, he mutters. "But it's fine." He showed me the ticket and everything. My heart sinks. This has gone way too far. Try to stay calm, but inside I'm boiling. Austin's lies are dragging everyone down with him. Later, as I'm organizing files for the Wheeler account, I notice something strange. The strategies and ideas in the files, they're mine. Every single one of them. But they've all been signed off by Austin. What a sneaky little thief, I mutter under my breath. I dig deeper, finding email after email where he's taken credit for my work. This wasn't just about snacks or a fake lottery ticket anymore. Austin had been stealing my ideas all along. Furious, I start copying everything into a separate folder. As I'm finishing up, Austin bursts into the office, looking panicked. "Samantha, I need to borrow some cash. It's an emergency." I cross my arms and give him a hard look. "What kind of emergency, Austin?" He glances around and leans in, whispering like he's wearing some big secret. "Look, I can't say too much, but let's just say I'm about to come into a lot of money. I just need a little to tide me over. I'll pay you back triple, I swear. I shake my head, disgusted. Sorry, Austin, I'm not a bank and I don't hand out loans. His face twists in frustration as he storms off, muttering something under his breath. I turn back to my computer, my resolve hardening. Enough is enough. Austin's lies, his theft, and his freeloading end now. I start gathering everything, the emails where he stole my ideas, the records of his absences, and even testimonies from coworkers who loaned him money. Piece by piece, I build a solid case. Austin's house of cards is about to collapse, and I'm going to be the one to push it over. The next day, the office buzzes with chatter as Austin walks in like he owns the place. He's wearing a suit that probably costs more than my rent. He claps his hands together and smirks. Gather round, peasants, he announces loudly. Your golden boy is moving on to greener pastures. I exchange a baffled look with Abigail, who mouths, what the hell? Austin grins like a Cheshire cat, basking in everyone's attention. That's right, folks, I've hit the jackpot. No more late nights, no more deadlines, no more Amber breathing down my neck. I'm leaving this dump behind. Amber emerges from her office, her face thunderous. Austin, what's the meaning of this? He laughs obnoxiously, spreading his arms wide. Oh, Amber, sweet simple Amber. I don't have to explain myself to you anymore. I'm rich, baby. I bite my lip to hide my smirk. Little did Austin know his raid was about to come crashing down and he was standing on the edge of the cliff. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Austin's arrogance has gone too far. It's time to put an end to this once and for all. Actually, Austin, I say, stepping forward, my voice steady but firm. I think you do need to explain yourself. The room falls silent as I pull out a folder and hand it to Amber. This contains evidence of Austin's theft of intellectual property, fraudulent reports, and manipulation of company resources. I say clearly. Austin's smug grin vanishes, replaced by panic. WBI. What? That's ridiculous. You're just jealous of my success. Success. I scoff, holding up a printout of the fake lottery ticket. You mean this? Hate to break it to you, Austin, but your so-called jackpot is as fake as your work ethic. The office erupts into chaos. Geraldo, red-faced with fury, lunges at Austin, shouting about the money he's owed. Others chime in, demanding explanations for their own grievances. It's a storm of voices and accusations. Security, Amber yells, her voice cutting through the noise. Escort Mr. Swift out of the building. Austin struggles as security guards appear, still protesting his innocence. This is a setup. You'll regret this, he shouts as they drag him out. His words fall on deaf ears. Samantha, my office. Now, Amber says firmly, turning to me. My heart races as I follow her, unsure of what's about to happen. Amber sits down at her desk, her face unreadable. Sit, she says, gesturing to the chair opposite her. Explain everything. I take a deep breath and recount the entire story, from the stolen snacks to the fake lottery ticket and Austin's escalating behavior. As I speak, Amber listens intently. Her expression shifts from disbelief to anger, and then to something I can only describe as admiration. Well, Samantha, she says at last, her tone measured. I must say, I'm impressed. Not with your methods, mind you, but with your initiative and dedication to this company. I brace myself, expecting a reprimand. But, Amber continues, a small smile playing on her lips. It's exactly why I'm offering you Austin's position, effective immediately. I stare at her, stunned. Really? I mean, thank you, Amber, I say, overwhelmed. I won't let you down. Over the next few weeks, the office undergoes a transformation. I implement new policies focused on transparency, teamwork, and accountability. Slowly but surely, morale improves, and the team thrives. We land 3 major new accounts, and the energy in the office is the best it's been in years. As for Austin, his downfall is nothing short of spectacular. News trickles in that he tried to claim his lottery winnings, only be laughed out of the lottery office when they revealed his ticket was fake. He vanished after that, leaving behind a legacy of embarrassment. Life in the office isn't perfect, but it's better than it's ever been. And as I settle into my new role, I can't help but feel a sense of pride. Justice was served, and the future looks brighter than ever. 2 months later, I find myself at my sister's wedding, standing at the center of the room with a glass in hand, ready to give my maid of honor speech. The air buzzes with joy and excitement as everyone settles in to listen. I take a deep breath and begin. "Life's funny," I say with a smile. Sometimes the path to success isn't straight. It's full of twists, turns, and even a few people who try to take advantage of you. The crowd chuckles, and I glance at Abigail, sitting near the back. She gives me an enthusiastic thumbs up, and I can't help but grin. "But if there's one thing I've learned," I continued, "it's this: integrity and perseverance always win in the end." So here's to the bride and groom and to facing life's challenges head on. As I lifted my glass, applause broke out. The bride and groom shone with delight. Love, laughter, and fresh starts permeated the moment. Perfect. But my phone buzzed as I started to sit. Interested, I looked at the screen. It sounded like a news alert. The headline said, "Former marketing executive arrested for fraud." The little smile crept on my face and eluded me to control. Karma, I mused. At last Austin began to see what was approaching him. After his spectacular leave from the office, Austin apparently had burned ties everywhere. He had so missiled so many people that at last his falsehoods caught up with him. False promises, missiled colleagues, and angry creditors had stacked up. At last the law was paying attention. Austin was no just disgraced former colleague anymore. He might be in major trouble. It seemed like the last chapter of a crazy narrative. Justice had been done in Austin's case, not only a meal best eaten cold. This was a full-course dinner. I nearly laughed out loud thinking about him trying to defend himself in court. But a question caught me as I sat there. Would I have behaved differently if I could go back and relive those events? Would I have let Austin dig his own tomb as I did, or revealed his deceit right away? Was my method legitimate, or did I stray ethically anywhere along the road? I choose to ask my group this question. In my shoes, what would you have done? I questioned. Would you have confronted Austin right away, or let him pull his own lies apart like I did? Drop your notes in the comments. Your perspective on this office conflict would be much sought for. And if you enjoyed this wild tale of workplace drama and justice, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more juicy stories. I said before I departed, you really want not to miss what is ahead. Looking about the room surrounded by my family, friends, and newly acquired clarity, I understood one thing: life rewards honesty and patience. And for folks like Austin, well, karma looks after the rest.